Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and the focus of this video is going to be a very popular subject I see a lot of people talking about, so I figured I would weigh in on the subject. Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Is it possible? So to answer this question, we have to first look at Modern Warfare Remastered itself, because it's actually the first remastered Call of Duty game. It could be the first in a long line of remasters, but for right now, it is the only Call of Duty game to be completely remade, including multiplayer, as well as the campaign experience itself. I would say that so far, Modern Warfare Remastered seems to be a success. The people that are in my little circle, like the community here on my YouTube channel, the people that I play with, and the people I interact with on Twitter and stuff, people seem to enjoy Modern Warfare Remastered. It has its faults, don't get me wrong. The game definitely has faults. It's a 2007 game, just basically recreated visually and put here in 2016. Like, obviously, there's going to be some issues there. But for the most part, I feel as though it's a good game. I feel as though the people that have access to it, I think they enjoy the game as well. And overall, I would say, just from a community perspective and from my perspective, I feel like Modern Warfare Remastered was a success. Unfortunately, though, Modern Warfare Remastered has not been enough to bring up the Call of Duty sales figures. Now, I did discuss this in a recent video. The title of that video is Should Activision Fire Infinity Ward? And feel free to check out that video if you guys would like to. But to summarize part of that video, Infinite Warfare's sales are down about 50% compared to Black Ops 3, and they are down incredibly low compared to Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, because both of those games sold about 4 or 5 times as much in the first week as Infinite Warfare. The kicker to all of this is the fact that Infinite Warfare's sales are actually boosted a little bit because it is bundled with Modern Warfare Remastered. There's a bunch of people out there that bought Infinite Warfare just so they could have access to Modern Warfare Remastered, and even with that extra boost to their sales, they're still selling very, very low, at least currently. Of course, the holiday season hasn't really gone all the way through yet. Things could change, but right now, Infinite Warfare sales are very low compared to other Call of Duty games, even though it's bundled with Modern Warfare Remastered. This brings up the question, is Modern Warfare Remastered really a success? Is Activision seeing a return on their investment? Did all of their time, money, and effort that Raven Software put into this game, into recreating Call of Duty 4 into a modern game, did all of that pay off? Because if it did, I think it would be safe to say that we're going to see more remasters in the future. They're going to start becoming big bundle deals with Call of Duty games going forward. But if they did not see a return on their investment, if all the time and effort for Modern Warfare Remastered was not worth the money they're actually making from the game, then perhaps Modern Warfare Remastered will be the first and only remastered Call of Duty for a very long time. Now, for the sake of argument, let's go ahead and assume that Activision does give the go-ahead to remaster more Call of Duty games. If we go ahead in order, World at War should be next up to be recreated, but of course people aren't talking about World at War. Everyone seems to be forgetting that game exists. Everybody is mostly talking about Modern Warfare 2, which there's definitely a number of reasons for that, and in fact, if you guys would like to see an entire video where I discuss World at War Remastered, feel free to click the link down there in the video description or check out the annotation at the end of this video. I discuss it at length. I'm not going to be discussing it here in this video, so check out that one if you guys would like to after this one. But I definitely think you guys will enjoy that if you want to hear more about World at War Remastered. But for the sake of this video, let's say in 2017, Modern Warfare 2 is being remastered. I would be so freaking excited for that, because Modern Warfare 2 was a wonderful game. Despite its problems, which it did have a ton of, I enjoyed the game, and it's also the Call of Duty game that I have the most playtime in. I actually have just a little bit more time in Modern Warfare 2 than I do Call of Duty 4. I played that game a ton. The maps themselves were amazing. Like, how many great maps did Modern Warfare 2 have? Like, for me personally, some of the best ones were High Rise, Afghan, Scrapyard. I freaking love the state. I am, for some reason, just so partial to Estate. I don't even know why. I think part of it is all those really intense demolition games I had playing Estate, where I would take a tactical insurgent and I would put it in the basement of the actual estate building itself, the big cabin, which that was like notorious for being like one of the hardest demolition capture points. If you put tac inserts in the basement and they don't do anything to stop it or realize you're coming from there, it's very easy to take that building. Like, I love Estate. Favela was amazing. Terminal, of course, was good. There were so many great maps in Modern Warfare 2, and that's not counting the weapons. Like, you look back to the ACR, you have the UMP. It was the first game where the mini Uzi was actually good and valuable. You had the M16, the FAMAS, the TAR-21, the Scar H, not to mention the intervention, of course, the Spaz 12. The kill streaks in the game were also amazing. And you could actually argue, I think, that the kill streaks in Modern Warfare 2, which it was the first Call of Duty game that really went big with kill streaks. Like every COD game before Modern Warfare 2 either had no kill streaks or they were 357, of course, in Call of Duty 4 and World at War. And so when that game came out, like we had chopper gunners for the first time. We had AC-130s and Pavlos, a freaking tactical nuke, not to mention the Harrier, which was insanely powerful. The game was incredible, except when it wasn't. There were times, of course, when the game was very bad, because during the game's life cycle, that was also when there was a big falling out with Infinity Ward. That was when the original Infinity Ward team all left, with the exception of, like, I don't know, 10 people to go make Respawn Entertainment. And so Activision was basically just throwing people together to put together a new Infinity Ward staff to start working on Modern Warfare 3. And so they did support Modern Warfare 2 very well. And as a result, the game itself was full of bugs and glitches, and some of that stuff is still around today. The biggest one is more of a balance issue for me. One-man army, danger close, grenade launchers are the biggest problem in the game. I know I have said it a million times. You guys have probably heard this to death at this point, but that combination really ruins Modern Warfare 2. I cannot go back and play that game as much as I love it. Like, it is my most played Call of Duty game, and I have barely played it in the past, like, 5 years, because every time I go back, I instantly get off. I'm off within, like, 20 minutes, because I cannot play that game, because every freaking lobby has people running around with danger close grenade launchers, usually with one-man army, and it's just not fun whatsoever. So that brings up the question. If they were to remaster Modern Warfare 2 for 2017, would they change the game at all? Because here in Modern Warfare Remastered, everything is the same as it was back in Call of Duty 4, good and bad. Like, Last Stand is still in the game, Frag Times 3 is still in the game, the grenades are just as powerful as they were before, and you could still throw them as far as you could before. The M16 is a melt cannon. Like, they made the game exactly the way it was back in Call of Duty 4, but they updated it, put it on like dedicated servers, they made it so it's graphically a lot better, and they remastered the game, good and bad, right? If Modern Warfare 2 were to be remade, would they have to rework or remove certain aspects of the game? Would one-man army be changed in any way? Would it be potentially removed? Would danger close be changed at all? Like, danger close itself, it was actually kind of nice. Like, the extra damage you could have with kill streaks like the AC-130 or the chopper gunner, that was nice. But the extra explosive damage for your grenade launchers and stuff, that really wasn't so nice. So would they rework danger close in some way? What about Commando? I know a lot of people did not like Commando in that game, including the knifing community. Like, the knifing community would look down on people who would use Commando because it was the newbie perk to use. Most people in the knifing community, if you guys remember, would use Akimbo USB 45s because there was something with the knife animation that was weird with those two pistols, and they would run around with Ninja on rather than Commando because, again, Commando was the newbie perk, and it was just super annoying to die to, this guy that would just teleport and panic knife you from like 7 feet away, right? So would they rework Commando in one way or another? What about tactical insurgents, right? Because TAC inserts, while they were great, I talked about how I loved using them in Demolition, especially on Estate, they were removed from the Call of Duty series pretty much because they were used to boost. And even in Modern Warfare 2, like, I remember many times trying to kill people who were boosting. If I played free-for-all, I'd estimate maybe, I don't know, 40% of the time there would be boosters in that lobby that I would have to hunt down. I'd have to stop everything I'm doing to hunt down these boosters because they're in a corner somewhere. TAC and start boosting headshots off each other, trying to get kill streaks or camos or what have you. So would they rework TAC inserts in a remastered version of Modern Warfare 2 to make them even better, or would they remove them from the game? Would they somehow have like an anti-cheat in place to prevent boosting? Like, what would they do? Would they change TAC inserts in one way or another? What about spawn protection, right? That's definitely a big one. So when Modern Warfare 2 came out, again, it had like the biggest kill streaks in the game. They were super powerful. And one of the things about the game is you could kill somebody with, say, an AC-130 and then watch them spawn up and shoot your AC-130 at them again and kill them again. Whereas in newer Call of Duty games, they have something called spawn protection or a spawn shield from kill streaks. If you die to a kill streak or just die in general and you spawn back up for like the first 5 seconds of your life, you're basically immune to kill streaks. And in fact, it reminds me, back in Call of Duty Ghosts, which did have spawn protection, I was running around in a maniac suit and I got knife hit markers on somebody because I was technically in a kill streak and they had the kill streak protection on, therefore my knives got hit markers on the guy, which was freaking insane. So would they add spawn protection to a remastered version of Modern Warfare 2? Because I can say, if they were to do that, it would not be like Modern Warfare 2 was, because a big part of the game, of course, was kill streaks and how powerful they actually were. If you add spawn protection, the AC-130 is basically useless, and we saw that, and it's definitely evident in Modern Warfare 3, whereas it was like the best kill streak, or one of the best ones, in Modern Warfare 2. It's like pretty much useless in Modern Warfare 3 because of spawn protection, right? So just what would they change about the game? I ask these questions because I'm genuinely interested. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that Modern Warfare 2 would be a good game to remaster? And if they do remaster it, should they change any aspects of the game, or should they leave it as true to the original game as possible? With Modern Warfare Remastered, they kept it as original as possible, right? And a lot of people are complaining about the M16, they're complaining about frag grenades, they're complaining about this, that, and the other, but that's how it was back in the day. So if they remaster Modern Warfare 2, should it be the same, or should we actually be able to change it? Because for me personally, I would love a Modern Warfare 2 remastered, but I don't see myself playing it long term if they were to leave it the exact same way. Like, it'd be very fun at the very beginning for me. Like, at launch, it would be fantastic. We would have all these amazing maps, because Modern Warfare 2 already looks pretty good by comparison. Like, even though it was made in 2010, it still looks pretty good, right? It's a pretty good looking game, and it would look even better if they were to remaster it. The guns would be really fun, the kill streaks would be a blast, but if they were to keep one-man army, if they were to keep danger close, if they were to keep commando, just keeping all those things in the game, I think I'd get bored of it. I think I would stop playing pretty quickly, because the community itself would devolve back to their old ways of playing a ground war match and having 4 of the 9 people on the other team all camping with claymores and one-man army danger close grenade launchers. Like, that would not be fun for me. So if they were to remove that stuff from the game and give us the experience that we had in Modern Warfare 2 before that stuff became rampant, then I think it would be a fantastic idea for them to recreate Modern Warfare 2. But of course, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on that down there in the comment section below. Now, if there's anything that we know about the actual recreation process when it comes to Call of Duty games, it took Raven Software just about 2 years, give or take, right? So apparently, and they're kind of dodgy on the exact details, but apparently they started working on Modern Warfare Remastered in early 2015, and they of course gave it to us in late 2016, so it took them quite a while to actually make this remake. So I wonder, is it even possible, going back to the very beginning of the video, is it even possible for them to give us a remastered Modern Warfare 2 in 2017? I would say it is possible. If Activision does give them the go-ahead, if this is part of their business model now to bundle a new Call of Duty game with a remastered version of an old Call of Duty game, then I think it's definitely possible, because while it did take them more than a year to actually get Modern Warfare Remastered created, if they were to remake Modern Warfare 2, they basically have everything already set up for that. Of course, these are the same people that were working with Call of Duty Online, so they already have assets to all the maps and a lot of the weapons, and I think what took them a long time with Modern Warfare Remastered initially was the fact that they were trying to really get everything set up, get everything organized, and now that they've done it once, I have a feeling it's going to be much easier to remake Call of Duty games going forward. Of course, that's going to scale a little bit. I think it's going to be more difficult for them to recreate, say, Black Ops 2 than it was, say, Call of Duty 4, but still, I have a feeling Raven Software, if they are put in place to be the remake guys by Activision, I have a feeling they could very easily recreate Modern Warfare 2 for us in 2017, but ultimately, it's going to come down to Activision. Are they going to give them the okay? Have they already given them the okay? I would say that the updates so far for Modern Warfare Remastered are kind of few and far between. Like, it's not rampant, right? It's not like every week we're getting a new content update, or we're getting some sort of a new patch which is going to fix some sort of a bug or some sort of a texture thing or anything. Really, they're not really changing a lot of things, and in fact, collaterals have been issues since day one, and they haven't really been able to fix that. I wonder if the reason why the updates have been somewhat slow is because Raven's kind of busy working on a remastered version of Modern Warfare 2. That could be the case. It could be, but of course, once again, guys, I would love to hear your thoughts on that down there in the comment section below. Now, at the end of this video, I always have that little end slate there at the very end I call the post roll. You guys are going to find 2 videos. Those 2 videos are particularly relevant to this video. You'll find a return to Modern Warfare 2. I did a little bit of a series where I would return to older Call of Duty games and play them live, and I have a feeling there are going to be some naysayers on this video that say that Modern Warfare 2 was perfection, you should not change anything about it, but go back and play it. I'm telling you guys, if you don't think that danger close and one-man army and grenade launchers were a problem, go watch that video. Like, I just went back out of the blue one day, I think it was on July 4th, to go play Modern Warfare 2, and there were explosions and grenade launchers everywhere. Like, it's live, it's not set up, like, it wasn't cherry-picked. Like, I went back, I played live, bam, there were grenade launchers everywhere. The game itself is very difficult to play, so I recommend watching my Return to Modern Warfare 2 video, but if you guys have already seen that, or if that doesn't interest you, I would highly recommend checking out my World at War Remastered video, because if you guys found this one interesting, I definitely think you'll enjoy my World at War Remastered video, talking about the potential of a World War II game coming back to Call of Duty. Of course, the idea of remastering the last World War II Call of Duty game, which was, God, in 2008. It has been so freaking long since Call of Duty had a World War II game that I think most people don't even associate Call of Duty with World War II anymore. I think a lot of people associate it with like Advanced Warfare now or something like that. It's insane. So check out one of those two videos. I hope you guys all enjoyed this particular video. If you did, please drop me a rating. And once again, let me know your thoughts. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.